it be anything else?
When Barnes & Noble opened a mega bookstore in Erie, Pennsylvania, Kathleen Cantrell could have gone out of business, but instead, she did something else. Kathleen took a big risk. She moved to a new location, added a cozy reading nook and coffee shop, and emphasized making special orders for regular customers. Now Kathleen provides book lovers with a special localized treatment in a unique and appealing alternative environment. She makes a lot of people happy, and she's making money. Kathleen Cantrell is your basic entrepreneur. Brad Morgan is not your basic entrepreneur. Far from it. He's done something amazing. Brad's story begins a few years ago when his back was up against the wall.
Our county extension agent, wonderful man, Jerry Lindquist, first year he was in business. He come here, evaluated the books, looked at our financial statement, and he looked me right square in the eye and he says, "You're broke. Get out. You cannot possibly make it." And I looked right back at him and I says, "What have we got to do to get this right?" Well, at that point in time, the average rolling herd average for this county was like 14 or 15,000 pounds of milk per cow. He says, "Brad, in order for this thing to float, you've got to be well over 20,000 pounds of milk per cow." Well, at that particular time, there was only one herd in Osceola County that had that kind of production. By the second year, we was the top producing herd in Osceola County, and by the third year, we was the 6th highest producing herd in the state of Michigan. So, out of necessity, you put your butt in the corner, you'd be surprised what you can achieve.
For over 10 years, Brad led the region in milk production per cow. But in 1999, milk prices plummeted. Suddenly, Brad was in trouble. But like Kathleen Cantrell, he didn't give up. He quite literally found new prosperity right under his feet.
We always bought our feed here, so we had to find a way to dispose of the manure. It was costing me about $25,000 a year to dispose of the manure. Well, my father and I was talking, and basically I says, "Dad," I says, "I've done some research on this, and I think we can compost this manure, and I think we can make it a marketable product." So we contacted Michigan State, and they come in and did some studies and did all of this, and they told us, yes, we could, and we could probably sell it at $3 a yard. Well, at $3 a yard, the cost of production is $9 a yard. This just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They basically told me that it was pretty much unachievable. The value of the product wouldn't be there. That I was a little independent, a little pig-headed, a little stubborn. We decided that there was a better market out there. To question developing a new marketplace for a product that hasn't even been developed yet, to me, I think people are pretty narrow-minded when they draw the line that quick.
Brad was not put off by failure. He had confidence and persistence, and he had a vision.
Most of the equipment was already here and available. We obviously had the property, we had the raw feedstocks, we had tractor, we had skid steer, and we started composting.
We haul in dairy manure and we stockpile it on a cement pad, and then come spring we'll take the racetrack straw and mix it together with the dairy manure. It'll actually start heating in the pile, so it'll start breaking down for us when it's in the pile. And then after that, we'll take it and we'll put it into a windrow. A windrow is a long pile that's about 6 feet wide by 4 feet high, about 100 yards long.
For the composting business, I turn the compost.
We turn the windrows because the living organisms in there need the oxygen. We turn it about once every 3 days.
If every time she turns it and you lose that much steam off from that windrow, that's moisture leaving the system. Now, unless it's replenished, sooner or later that product just dries right out. That windrow right there, I mean, it's still got plenty of moisture in there. I mean, when you can ball it, throw it up there and it just barely breaks up, that's about perfect.
We're speeding up this process from what everybody thought it would take 2 years, and we're doing it in 60 days.